another soul session where we talk about all things life, love, and everything else you need to know to assist you along your journey of manifesting the life of your dreams. Before we even get started, so nobody was going to tell me that yesterday's reading was all about today. We kept speaking about the 11th yesterday. Today is definitely, as I look up at the time and it says 11:44, today is definitely, oh snap, a day of breakthrough. Listen, you've been getting sign after sign after sign after sign of all the changes that are coming in, and that you just need to have faith at this time. You just really need to believe that the things that you've been hoping for, praying for, asking for, wishing for are about to manifest into your reality. For some of you, especially those of you who are on a journey of manifesting abundance. The reason why it hasn't showed up for you yet is because your angels and your guides and your ancestors love you so much they don't want you to fumble it. Too many people say, if only if I had this amount of money or made this amount of money, and they get it and they do everything that they said that they wouldn't do. They don't hold up the end of the bargain. They don't hold up to their promises. You get the money, you get that lump sum, and you lose it. How many lottery winners, right? What are the statistics? It's most lottery winners are broke within the first 3 to 5 years after winning that money. Some of you have been put on notice to go take those money courses, right? Go learn about the market and trading and business management and what to do with the funds and how to do this and how to do that and get an advisor. Work with a CPA or just do the research on your own so you have at least a foundation of how to manage, how to steward that abundance that is coming in for you. We see it with jewels, right? Because how do you own multiple properties and can't pull together $40,000? Yeah, your angels and guides don't want that for you. Hi, Georgia girl. We're going to get into today's messages. You're right on time. All right, we're broadcasting live, right, from New York on YouTube and TikTok. Feel free to put any thoughts, feelings, questions you're having in the comments. If you would like a personal reading, if you would like personal guidance to see where this solar eclipse is bringing you, what chapter is ending, what chapter is beginning, you know where to go. By the time we get done with the collective reading and done with the messages for each sign, we're going to close the reading list because I do have a couple of readings to get to this afternoon. For those of you who are on a money mission, you are put on notice again that that abundance, that prosperity, that security that you've been calling in is about to arrive. Are you ready to receive it? Do you have everything in place to hold it? Holy Spirit, what other message does the collective need to hear? I'm hearing that Bobby McFadden song, Ain't No Stopping Us Now. I don't even know if it's McFadden, but there's been so many things that tries to hold us down. It feels like things are finally turning around. I think that's how the song goes. Well, at least that's what they're showing me right now. That's what I'm hearing right now. Ask them where they're going. They don't know. When it comes to this wind that's coming in for you, this windfall that's coming in for you, you've been told this before, and I'm going to tell you this again. Keep it to yourself. The peanut gallery is going to have all types of things to say and how you should do and how you should move. They're not going where you're going. Remember that. What else does the collective need to know on this Tuesday, right? Which is ruled by Mars. right? It is the 11th, the actual 11th. Yesterday we talked about St. Clair, and if you know, you know. And we said it was yesterday because we thought the 11th was yesterday, but it's actually today, right? Her feast day is today, and I will publicly say a big thank you to St. Clair, not only for what she's done for me, but the collective, those of you that work with her, and how she's illuminated your roads and helped you along your journey. Well, before we even get to the kipper, let's get to the what's the vibe for this Tuesday. And Mars is officially moving into Cancer, right? Taking bold steps, putting feelings to the side, doing what's right. Oh, for you, that was a. I'm just gonna take everything that came out. And then, because it's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays we celebrate the divine feminine, especially St. Clair, who is syncretized with Aiza. We spoke about that yesterday. What else does the collective need to know on this beautiful Tuesday? Yesterday, the day started out beautiful, and then it stormed, it stormed, it stormed. All right. And now we'll get a Kipper deck. For those of you who are just joining us, hello, hello, hello. I'm Etta, Mystic Healer. We're going to get into the collective reading, the collective message to see what you guys need to know now that we are on the heels. We are almost just about 24 hours out from the actual new moon in Leo, the solar eclipse that's happening on the 12th, 1:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What else does the collective need to know? If you'd like a personal while we are live, that information is in the bio. I pray that everyone that is here receives a message that can help them along their journey. Any negative energy sent my way or to the way of the collective is instantly turned into peace, prosperity, and blessings. Ashe. Let's start here. Let's start here. Let's start here. Let's start here with Unfinished Symphony. I really feel like with this card coming out, a lot of loose cords, a lot of loose ends, a lot of loose things are being wrapped up. A lot of things have already been revealed to you. Some of you did that move this year. You made that shift. You made that change. You did what you had to do in order to secure your stability. Some of you, and there's a lot going on here, right? Before you are able to get into this King of Pentacles energy, regardless if you're feminine energy or masculine energy, the King of Pentacles is all about being successful. It's all about being stable. Some of you might be entrepreneurs, right? Because of that stability, because of who you are, you have that psychopath X that hasn't forgotten about you as we look to clingy psychopath. Sarah Kali in the reverse and concern. Those of you who have been resonating with the your person is coming back messages, your person has something to say messages, we know that there's a small percentage of you guys that when your person comes back, you hear them out and tell them to keep it moving. Keep it moving. There's no space for them where you are going, and they're not going to take no for an answer. You already know that as I start to vibrate. What the hell is that? Hold on one second. I'm not gonna lie, the last time I vibrated, there was an earthquake. So, prayers to the folks of Colombia, by the way. This X that's coming back for some of you, even though you know you were supposed to have a spiritual purpose with them, this is the problem, and why your guys are calling them a psychopath. They're using their spiritual gifts in the wrong way. I shouldn't say the wrong way. They're using their spiritual gifts in ways that were never intended, hence the wrong way. They're doing some really nasty things, some bad things to keep you and other people under their spell, but it's not going to work. We heard that before. We've been getting this in the messages, right? Not only is the solar eclipse energy, right, that sudden burst of sun rays hitting the earth, right, illuminating everything that's been hidden. Not only do we have that going on, we have the Perseid meteor showers, which brings more light to the earth, um, and other cosmic happenings. We've been seeing this in the personal readings and the personal sessions. People who have been cloaked, people who have been hiding their true nature, with all this light energy going on, they can't do it anymore. They can't hide who they are anymore. Just like, as the card confirms, they can't hide who they are anymore. The blessings that have been delayed, the wish fulfillment that has been delayed, things that have been tucked to the side for you can't be delayed any longer. When that X comes in for that conversation, hear them out, of course. We definitely want to hear them out and end that chapter for good, but end that chapter for good. We see with all the devastation that's going on all over the world, there are more people in lack than there are people that actually have. So when you come into your season of reaping the benefits of all your hard work and your garden is looking very, very lush and plentiful, make sure you're very careful with who you let back in the garden. Because for some of you, they're not coming to take a couple of tomatoes and some squash. They're coming to just oust you out and reap the benefits of your hard work without putting anything in. Be very, very careful with the people that are leaving and coming into your life at this time. Definitely pray on it and trust the process. Next, we have your confirmation as I look up to the clock and it says 11:55, bringing in those divine changes, ushering you into a portal, through a portal that leads you straight to your new life. I don't like the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, but it feels like that delay that they were speaking about, the delay in blessings, the delay in wish fulfillment, the delay in having that answered prayer finally. It's coming. This 6 of Pentacles, right? That balance, that giving and the receiving, right? That give and take is coming to an end. That season of robbing Paul to pay Peter, is coming to an end, especially for the divine feminine. These trials, ooh, especially if you were born on February 14th or something happened in February that kind of turned your life upside down. Get ready for your life to be turned right side up because we have the main female and feminine energy. We have the divine feminine out here twice. Baby, keep doing what you've been doing because it's about to, regardless of what it looks like now, it's about to pay off in a major way, regardless of what you're hearing happening to the left or to the right. None of that is going to come near you. This poverty or this season of lack, the season of scarcity, because of your efforts, regardless if you're a feminine energy or a masculine energy, your efforts will prove to be your greatest assets because they're leading you straightly to that new life, to that happiness, to that stability that we saw with the King of Pentacles. Some of you are being encouraged to hang in there just a little while longer. This card for you is still pretty much in the reverse, but like the Wheel of Fortune is turning, especially with Jupiter being in Leo, your personal Wheel of Fortune is spinning in the right direction. That is further clarified by Titsava. She hasn't joined us in a while, but feeling safe, but also knowing that regardless of what happened, it's in the past. You have the ability within you to create a new future, a new thing that fulfills you on every single level. And your guides, the angels, everybody is fully supporting you. This sipping coming out, as I'm saying, fully supporting you, gives the energy of your cup running over. That Ace of Pentacles energy, but it's the Ace of Cups energy, but it's showing us the Ten of Pentacles, going back to the stability, going back to that balance, going back to having everything that you want and need. And some of you, that includes your relationship elevating to that next level of commitment. That includes you, especially for my single Pringles, finding somebody that pours into you as much as you pour into them. This business of holding on to that vision, not just the vision of love, but the vision you have for your life, is so you know that it's coming. We're done with holding the vision. We're done. Now embody the vision. Start walking around as the person that has it all and wants for nothing, that has the perfect partner that pours into them as much as their partner pours into them as much as they pour into their partner. For my lovers, my people who are in relationships, this new moon in Leo is a good time to take stock where your relationship is in the moment. Any wrongs, any arguments, anything that has happened before this moment, officially put it in the past. Officially let it go and start to enjoy this moment of wedded. I almost couldn't get the word out. Wedded bliss. Some of you, this is strictly financial security that's coming in, and you've already been put on notice. You don't know the how, you don't know the when. Some of you don't even know the who, but you will be married within the next 6 months. Don't know the who, don't know the when, right? But if that's what you want, that's what you've been calling in, it's about to go down, especially going back to this divine feminine energy that came out. We had this trifecta of divine feminine energy that came out for the divine feminine. As long as you stay in this energy and you really embody that empress energy, that queen of pentacles energy, that this is how I want my life to look, this is how I'm living energy, it has no choice but to find you. Last, we have message in the bottle. You've been getting all types of messages. You've been having all types of synchronicities happen, letting you know there goes that Ace of Pentacles, right? It's about to all work out. Not only is it about to work out, not only are you about to receive answered prayers, it's going to happen suddenly, right? With the long press on the horn. Well, thank you. It's going to happen suddenly, unexpectedly, in ways that, oh, wow, my heart is like, "Du-du-du-du-du-du-du." I'm excited. I'm excited for who these messages are for, because it feels like you're really coming out of the dark, right? Coming out of a moment of almost losing everything. Some of you have lost everything, but it's about to be replaced with a lot more. You're going to have people thinking that you're doing some deep, dark witchcraft, because how is the whole world falling apart and you're thriving? Side note, in every chaotic moment since the world was formed, there are always people that thrive. They're not the majority, but there are always people that thrive and thrive wonderfully. You've been tried and found worthy of receiving everything that you have coming to you, every blessing, every wish fulfillment, every glow up, opportunity, success that's coming your way. I almost have to take a sip of water for this, in celebration of every good thing, your hard work, your efforts, your prayers, everything you've been putting out there, how you've been showing up. It's about to pay off, and it's about to pay off wonderfully. You will rise as the victor, no longer the victim. That rage, that madness you've been feeling, the anger thinking that your prayers haven't been answered, we're never going to get answered. Those of you who are tired of being God's strongest soldiers, that rage is about to be turned into riches. That rage is about to be turned into riches. That rage, baby girl, is about to be turned into riches. Just keep doing what you've been doing. You know this, right? Because we say this all the time. Consistency, right? Whether it's in your prayers or at the gym. Consistency always brings you wish fulfillment. It may not bring it to you when you think it should. It may not be in your timing, but it will always be in your favorite word, divine timing. Nothing happens before its time, but it feels like some of you are coming out of your Job season. Some of you are coming out of your season of lack, not just because you deserved it, but because you believed. You may have doubted here and there, but you never gave up hope. You never gave up faith. You never said, you know what, fuck this. I'm turning to the other side because I'm not getting results with this side. You're doing things the right way, so the right things have no choice but to hunt you down and find you. These blessings, regardless of what's going on in the world, these blessings will find you. An example I will share with you guys an example of how, when the whole world is falling apart, blessings can still find you, right? Your blessing might be found in that chaos. Case in point, COVID, right? You guys remember when that first hit and how chaotic it was? It was March 2020, right? May 2020, I was just browsing on my computer. And you know how you get those little advertisements to the side? I got an advertisement from The Patch. Those of you who know, The Patch is like a local newspaper. They're available everywhere, at least in the United States, right? And they were advertising for contact tracers that make $29 an hour. And I was like, oh, this would be a great side gig, but it's on the patch. If I'm seeing this, a million other people are seeing this. Why even bother applying for it? I have a job. I don't like my job, but I have one. But it would be nice to be home and help people that way. I'm not going to apply. And I kind of scrolled past it, and Spirit was like, just apply, right? For shits and giggles. I applied on a Tuesday. They called me on Thursday. And this was my interview. I shit you not. Hello, is this Etta so and so? Yes. You applied for this position? Yes. I see that you have a degree here and a degree here and a degree, and you've done this? Yes. Are you currently working? Yes. Are you available to work part time or full time? Whatever is available. Cool, you're hired. What? By far the easiest interview that I have experienced in my life. And I had an opportunity to be one of the helpers during this nation's biggest crisis. So, one of the biggest crises. So, that was really, really fun. And then I almost got like a double raise. It was like short of being a double raise, like 3 months later. But that's how it works out. That is a snapshot of just how everything flows. Like how you think it's going to go, it may not be it. It's going to go in a way it's going to go the way of least resistance. And it's always going to flow. It's going to be one thing after another. It doesn't depend on your paperwork, it doesn't depend on your skills, right? Because he calls the unqualified to be qualified. That's how the verse goes. We're going to get some angel numbers for you guys and see what other messages as I get my water. You need to hear according to your zodiac sign, be it your sun, moon, and or rising. 11:55 is definitely very, very, very significant. I don't know why I'm getting choked up, but I am. Somebody, minus the one person I already know, um, is about to experience the biggest glow up of their life. Like you don't even see this coming. You're so focused on putting one foot in front of the other. You don't see it coming. Definitely share because your story, right, is going to inspire somebody else to hang in there. Let me give the other deck a quick shuffle and we'll start with the messages, starting with, of course, Leo. As we can continue to enjoy Leo season and all that it has brought us so far and everything that is about to bring us. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? Bottom of the deck, overall energy. Two of Knives, making that decision is how you move forward, right? Making that heart over, head over heart decision, right? Putting your heart to the side, putting your feelings, and Mars in Cancer definitely is going to try its best to keep us out of our feelings to the side so we can manifest those dreams into um, our reality. Do the work. Do the work. Whatever you've been focused on, keep doing it. Going back to what was said about consistency. Leo, sun, moon, and or rising. Well. I immediately heard, as the candle wanted to speak to, the feast is being prepared in the presence of your enemies. The feast. Think Thanksgiving at Big Mama's house, where not only she's cooking up a storm, but your aunts are cooking up a storm, and there's just food for days. Leo placements, including North Star Leos. It's not going to happen today, it's not going to happen tomorrow, but you're definitely stepping into a season where you will want for nothing. Your angel number to keep you aligned is 2266. Unexpected surprise, improvement, perfection, abundance. There will be new purchases and additions coming your way. Some of you are about to move into that dream home. hmm Take pictures, video. I'd like to see. Virgo, getting ready for your birthday. Get out of your head, Virgo. Oh, Virgo. What? Either you're dealing with the Virgo or you're the Virgo that's up in their head and like, I'm not going to say anything. They have to speak to me first because da 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 da. And every time, there's a lot of that energy. Calm down, first of all. Calm down. Life is too short to be stuck in your ego. Life is too short to walk away from a good situation because you guys can't figure out how to stay on the same page because both of you are still so deep in your ego. Get out of your ego. Do your best to do the work to drop down in your heart space. Move from your heart, not your feelings, your heart and your intuition. And these things that you guys keep clashing on will be a thing of the past. 5599. Revise and complete, especially when it comes to your interpersonal relationships and how you show up for them. Don't think because somebody's a certain age or have a certain status or look a certain way, they should be doing certain things. They're not there. To welcome the occurrences of new changes, it's important to release the old ones, especially outdated ways of thinking. As I look at the clock and it says 12:12. With the sequence of numbers, please release the old ones and know that it will play an important role at this time. However, life is fluid and change is always inevitable. Know that everything new is standing at your doorstep, waiting for you to let it in. When you part with the old with love, you also invite everything new to come in with love. Libra, sun, moon, and or rising with the Six of Coins, which is that Six of Pentacles that came out in the reverse, but it's coming out upright for you to let you know that, especially at home, you are going to find that balance. You're going to come into a stride where you're no longer robbing Paul to pay Peter or vice versa. Like things are going to work out for you, they're going to fall into place. Help is on the way. And for some of you, that help is showing up as that partner they keep mentioning that's going to pour into you as much as you pour into them. Your angel number is 000. The reset, the return, a reminder that you are one with God while feeling the love of the Creator in your heart. It is also a sign that a situation has completed its cycle, especially for my single Pringles. Hey. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and or Rising with the Seven of Coins, the Seven of Pentacles, giving very much. Mhm. Yamaya energy, La Sien energy. We spoke briefly about this last week. Those of you, they said if you know, you know. But those of you who really want the riches, that next level riches, you work with the sea deities, right? The mermaids, the sirens. You work with them. They're not easy to work with, but they're saying that for whoever was thinking about it, it's a go. It's the thing that needs to be done because it feels like they already walk with you. They're part of your bloodline. You just have to ask. They can't come in and help us unless we ask. So go ahead and ask away because it's definitely your wish is my command season. Your angel number, dearest Scorpio, as I'm smiling ear to ear, is 5500. Another type of reset, changes that need to be done. This important message is to let you know that the transformation of your life is in divine and perfect order. These transformations are a gift to your higher self. Why would people call me now? In harmony with the will of God. Completely threw me off. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. You might be a Virgo that really needs to sit with your message and get out of your head. Okay. Ten of Coins. We're back to the Ten of Pentacles. Having that stable, successful family life, having stability. Period. Having everything work out for you, dearest Sag, better than you can imagine. This white and yellow energy, Oshun energy. You already know because she's been speaking to you, she's been guiding you. Do what needs to be done to pursue that avenue. Your angel number is 4400. Your sacred reset with the assistance of the angels. The benevolent is invincible, and so are you. God and the angels want you to know that you are completely loved. You are. They ask you to spend more time feeling this love because it will answer many of your questions and solve the challenges you are currently experiencing. Capricorn, speaking about the wheel of fortune spinning in your direction, speaking about the wheel of fortune spinning in your direction. Some of you have started receiving glimmers of your work working. Some of you have started to see, oh, this is working out. Oh, that came a little easy. Oh, it's only going to get better and better. And you know, you know that this is coming because you could feel it in your heart. You could feel it like you can't quite put your finger on it, but you know a big change is coming to you. That divine trifecta, that divine feminine trifecta that came out for the collective, that's mainly you, Capricorn. Keep standing in your divinity. Keep standing in your Empress, Emperor energy, knowing that all is well. Your angel number, dearest Capricorn. Good night. Farewell. Get off my live. Because I know exactly who this is for. Per. Hey, baby girl. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Metamorphosis. You're still in the cocoon stage, but you and other Capricorns are definitely Capri Suns, Capri North Nodes, Capri Risings, going through that shift, that change. You are approaching the end of a major stage of your life. If you are tired of certain parts of your life, be happy because it will soon be healed or replaced by something better. See, betterer and betterer. Completely surrender and release those parts of your life now so that they are no longer, because they're no longer useful. Something better is coming, a better life, one that you actually desire, one that fills your heart, sets your soul on fire, is actually coming. I don't know why when I said soul, they showed me Soul Glow from Coming to America. And you know how the restaurant owner wanted his daughter to marry the model guy, the soul model guy, but she fell in love with Akeem, right? Because he seemed humble and she just enjoyed him, right? And his father, of course, didn't want her to marry the help, but he turned out to be an actual king, right? Looks are deceiving. That's why you need to follow your heart and intuition. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising with the daughter of coins, which is like the princess of pentacles, the page of pentacles. You're receiving messages about this journey that you are about to embark on. You were told several times to get out of your head and to release the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good. And for most of you, you have. The instructions on what to do next are coming. Your angel number is 3300, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Sag, Scorpio, Aquarius. Going through those sacred reset moments. God given responsibility. God and the angels are trying to get your attention, and I believe they have it now. It is very likely something related to your divine purpose. Is there a guidance that you have been ignoring lately? Don't do it. Any one of you that have been called into a higher purpose, to be a beacon of light, hope, inspiration, and encouragement to others, to be a healer like myself, to be a priest, to be a priestess, to walk the walk, to walk with Oshun, to walk with Yemaya, to walk with La Sien. Like, if they are calling you, you better answer them, folks, because that's the key. They're calling you because they see you suffering. They see you asking for this and asking for that. And they are the way to bring it by your divine given right. A lot of you, especially if you gravitate to me, a lot of you don't have to pay a $3,000 fee for the misa, right? Or these other fees that people charge to get things done. Yes, you do pay the spiritual practitioner, right? You never go to a mystic or a practitioner in any form empty handed, but that was like you bring a cow, right? You bring a bottle of Hennessy, you bring something reasonable, not hundreds or thousands of dollars. There are very few instances where hundreds and thousands are needed. But you all, right? Not the stragglers watching from the FYP. No, the people that really rock with me, the ones that are here as often as they can be, the ones that are like, oh man, I missed it. Even though you guys know that it's immediately available on YouTube once we click off the live, you guys have that natural connection that is part of your family. When we walk with the spirits, right? The mysterios, right? Or the mystes, right? A lot of you, my 80s babies, 90s babies, your family in the 1800s had that connection established for the bloodline, right? Hundreds of years before that, that was already established. So, no, I'll stand 10 toes down and say anybody that you don't have to pay for certain things because it's in you, not on you. Other people may have to pay to work with Oshun and Yemaya and Lasien and Ogun and my faves, right? Legba. I've sent you guys to do things at the crossroads, not because you work with Legba, but because I do. It gets really, really busy over here when we start doing the work, right? When we get past the superficial demands of life itself. And that all of that is said, dearest Aquarius, to put you on notice that this thing you've been ignoring, this gift that walks within your bloodline you've been pushing to the side, will be the exact reason why you don't make it any further than what you are. Not because they're punishing you, but it's like complaining that you can't get to work, right? Because you have to take 4 buses to get there, but they want to give you a Mercedes. But you have beef with Germany, so you don't take the Mercedes. Then stop complaining about the 5 buses you have to take to get to work. Life becomes much easier when you surrender to your purpose, when you surrender to your divinity. Aquarius and others, you know who you are. Speaking of you know who you are, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and or rising. It feels like it's going to piggyback right off that message. That season of you walking away from people, places, and things. You stop being the people pleaser. You stop being the life of the party, the class clown, the whatever. It's because you have that divine purpose. And yes, you're supposed to help the masses, but you're not supposed to let them drain you. You're not supposed to use your gifts in ways that are nefarious or for self gain. Keep on walking and don't look back. Whatever changes, whatever thing you have released, dearest Pisces, leave it in the past, especially once the solar eclipse gets here. Let that be the closing of the book. But of course, you would be hit with the 2200, having that sacred balance reset when it comes to your partnerships, not just your friendships or lovers, but the duality within, balancing your spiritual side with your earthly side. And Pisces, hello, you have one foot naturally here on earth and the other in spirit, right? In the astral. It's time for you to master that. If you really want to be helpful, if you really want to be the person you say you are and help so many people, it's time for you to master your head, master your Ori. Make sure your Ashe is trump tight, undeniable, and the absolute truth. There is divine help. God wants you to know that He hasn't forgotten or abandoned you and that He loves you completely. You and Sag, God, or you're a rising Sag, hello. God is arranging a wonderful new stage for your life. Talk to God often, and you will feel the coming miracle. God reminds you of the importance of divine timing, so as long as you continue to adhere to your thoughts and confidence and faith, nothing can stop you from getting what you want. Some of you, and this is not to put you on blast or to make you feel bad, prayed your gifts away at a young age, right? This reminds me of a Pisces that I know that did exactly that, and they are fumbling in the dark trying to call it back. Do the work because your gifts were given to you specifically to help you navigate this crazy thing, this beautiful thing we called life. Aries, Sun, Moon, and or rising with the 7 of baskets. Things look a little out of control. They may feel a little out of control because you're being impacted by the energy of the solar eclipse. It's almost blinding you. So you're not seeing things clearly. What looks like chaos is actually controlled chaos. It's a controlled leveling of what doesn't work. So what does work can come in for you. And of course, 444, fearless. The angels are now surrounding you, reassuring you of their love and assistance. So don't you worry. Everything is going to be all right. The angels are by your side to help you. Call on Michael, call on Uriel, call on Gabriel, call on Raphael, and let them do what they do best, rescue mankind from themselves. Taurus, sun, moon, and or rising. With this ace of knives, this ace of swords, it's a good time to meditate. You have big feelings, Taurus, rightfully so. There's a couple of people that you would like to give a tongue lashing to, if you will. Tell them about themselves, if you will. Don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth the energy, right? Whatever you've been called to walk away from, whatever you're leaving behind, especially those of you that are physically moving out of chaos into a quieter point in your life, don't look back. Don't entertain those people. Don't say nada. Just tell it to your angels. Tell it to a tree. Who said it yesterday? Mystic somebody. They said specifically to tell it to a crow. hmm When you see that crow come down, say, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Crow, so and so has me all the way fucked up and this, but let it go. And the crow's probably going to look at you and turn its beak and turn its head and it's going to fly away. And once it does, it is done. Whatever beef, whatever anger, whatever you have, the bird has taken it away. And they'll be back, give it a little something, something to eat, right? To say thank you. 777. May all your wishes come true. Now, for anybody, if you knew that everything that you ever wanted was coming to you right now, 12:29 Eastern Standard Time, right? As a candle is just, it's getting weird over here, right? You knew. How many people would you actually talk to? How many angry conversations would you have? Would you not be floating on cloud nine? Would you not be so ready to start this new life to care about these fuckers? The angels are applauding and congratulating you for your success, even the success that you don't even know you have yet. Keep going and know that your dreams are coming true. This is a very positive sign, meaning that you should also expect more miracles, and even more miracles to happen. Gemini, sun, moon, and or rising. Well, aren't we just as pretty and as comfortable as a magnolia in May, with your pretty, pretty blue dress on? Blue is the color of the day, by the way. Everything is going according to plan, regardless of what it looks like. Everything is going according to plan. You have already won, and everybody knows it. And everybody knows there's nothing they can do to stop it. You are so far from reach that they could throw shots, but it's not going to land. You may see the dust, but it's not going to come near you. Keep winning, keep shining, keep moving forward. Your angel number, dearest Gemini, of course. 111. Stick to your belief. Look carefully at your thoughts and ensure that you only think about what you want today, tomorrow, the day after, the next 2 weeks, right? As we go through this eclipse portal, this sequence is a sign that a door of opportunity has opened. Your thoughts will be realized at record speed. Hello? The numbers are like the bright light of a light bulb. If you have difficulty controlling or monitoring your thoughts, you can ask your angels to assist you. And you getting this on the 11th, St. Clair is also coming through to say, good job, kiddo. Your path will continue to be illuminated, not just because you did this, that, and that, and that, and this, and that, because regardless of all the bullshit, regardless of who and what was thrown against you, your heart always, always remain pure. You may have cursed somebody out of your breath, right? They don't count that, right? They count what your heart is vibrating. Cancer, sun, moon, and or rising. This is a moment of reflection, a moment to pull away from the peanut gallery, pull away from the world and just focus on becoming a better you. Focus on making sense of all the signs and synchronicities you've been getting. Your angel number is 555. Ride the waves. Fasten your seatbelt or my favorite, buckle up, buttercup, because you are about to undergo a major change. Most of the signs you've been put on notice that this eclipse is bringing that major change, that major shift. And for some of you, it's going to happen overnight. Some of you, you're like, oh, I can see this coming. Some of you can see it coming. Some of you have no idea. This change should not be regarded as positive or negative because all changes are a part of the natural flow of life. Perhaps this change is in response to your prayers. So continue to visualize, embody, and feel yourself at peace. That is the message for the collective. Before we get started, let me just see if anybody requested a reading. Why do you want to be slow to load today? And then I will get into your comments. All right, no worries. Starting with, going to do things differently today, the TikTok side. See who is here on TikTok, and they didn't cut off my comments today. Hello, Auntie. How are you? Hi, Neek. Hi, Magical Foresight. Mars is another storm. That means we're going to get a storm. How are you? When I get my millions, it'll be smart. Well, start setting up, right? Putting together the trust fund, right? How are you going to allocate things? Where you're going to invest things? Fish out of water. How are you? Hi, Ebony Angel. Honeybee, I legit thought that yesterday was the 11th, and I was so excited. I was like, it's the 11th. That means tomorrow is the 12th. Skipped a whole day trying to get to the 12th. Skipped a whole day. And I know that the 12th fell on a Wednesday, but we just took Monday off the calendar. So this is the 11th part 2. Boogie woogie woogie, there you are. Hi, Ebony honey. I love when both Ebonies are here. Lex 888, hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you for your time, right? Because that's a lot for me. So thank you for spending this part of your day, your evening with me and the Soul Tribe. Morty, how are you? Oh my God, my lips chapped. My lips never get chapped. That's crazy. Ebony, sit with that deja vu. Sit with that deja vu. Hi, Tisha. How are you? Marcella, well, welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, Momo. How rags to riches indeed. Hey, Moonlight. I saw a quote that said, I'm okay with isolation when I know what I ask God for. Period. Period. Hi, Red. That's explain why I tried to block left and right. Hi, Toya. I'm seeing everyone I heard who dived into their craft during. They are. They are. That was one of the tipping points, the collective tipping points to move people in the right direction. Thank you, Mars Mars. Waiting on that noob. It's coming. It's coming. I've been getting the Wheel of Fortune for my own pulling. Now you have double, triple, quadruple confirmation. Don't judge the packaging at all. Ebony, I'm just here, right? Doing what I do, just channeling the messages because you guys need to hear it. You guys need to be called out, right? You need to know these things are coming so you can literally ride the waves of these energies, right? These cosmic happenings and use them to your advantage. The elites do, right? Why not you? Hi, Neek. Hey, Isel. You definitely will. Mm-mm. Well, let me wear my blue today. Atisha is coming. Hi, Karen. Thank you. It's coming. Miss Nicole. Let's see who else is here on the YouTube side. Hi, KB. Hi, Monica. That garden is closed until further notice. Trump tight, locked. Keys somewhere being stored to the side. J Max. It's coming, especially with that idea and that green light you've been given. It's coming. Other things need to fall into place first, but everything is working. The wheels are turning. My chest has been booming this whole channel today. It's like ticka ticka ticka. I do know there's going to be another quake somewhere, another major one. We're ramping up for. We're still ramping up for the big one, but we're prepared. We know where we live. We know where the fault line. We do know where the fault lines are in our area. We do know where to. We haven't had this conversation in a while. We do have our go bags packed. Yes, yes. We do know what to do if we have to shelter in or make an escape plan. We already have a plan in place to go to reach higher ground. If you don't have a plan in place, get that together now because you don't want to be caught trying to figure it out in the midst of an emergency. She is definitely you, J Max. That was definitely for you. Okay? Okay. Give me them damn keys, right? You don't have to tell me twice. You wouldn't need me to do what? Speak to who? When? And yes, Sinclair is very, very heavy right now. Today is her actual feast day, but I've been celebrating since yesterday apparently. I wore yellow for Urshun yesterday, so it's blue today. Hi, Senia. How are you? I think they're all over the place. Just look up fault lines near me, right? The nearest one would be miles and miles out, but that doesn't mean you're exempt from experiencing it because we know these things travel, right? The vibrations travel, which I'm pretty sure the vibrations that I've been feeling are minor earthquakes that we're having, that everybody's just like, if nobody says nothing, we're not going to say anything because it's not that big. But these things always happen during eclipse season or when it's crazy in the chaos. When it's crazy in the cosmos, it's also chaotic here on Earth, energetically speaking, because as above, so below. Any questions, anything that you want to share with the collective as a follow up to the COVID story? The pay was really nice. I mean, really, really nice. So nice that I left my regular job because there was a lot of friction. I told you guys this story before, right? In leadership and being one of the only minorities, like one of two minorities, in a leadership team of almost 20 people, there was a lot that they wanted me to do to keep up appearances. I was like, you know what? F that. I get to stay home and make a shitload of money. So I love what I do here, but bye. But that didn't last for long. So Spirit was like, great. Now you're ready to go online because they've been actually telling me to go online to speak to the collective since 2012. And I was like, get somebody else to do it. I got to get a real person job, do real people thing, right? I need a paycheck. I need security. I need stability. They were like, but do you really swipe? Swipe the rug right from under my feet. We always get ushered to where we're supposed to be. And not just from my experience, but from my clients and friends as well. It always works out. It may be bumpy in the beginning. What's with all the horns? Shit. What's with all the horns? This solar eclipse solidifies the line in the sand, not just between the haves and have nots, the awakened and the ones who are like, get somebody else to do it. That's understandable. We have this beautiful thing called free will. That is our right, our our thing, so to speak, right? Nobody can take it away from us. And those that try, well, you see what happens to them that do the bibbity bobbity boo. But the alarm has been sounded by the Most High, by the angels. Those doing the work will be rewarded. Those putting off the work will have to repeat cycles and lessons and get held back, if you will, get left behind, if you will. So if you're still hesitating to answer that call, right? Scorpio placements. Scorpio also rules the eighth house, right? The house of transformation, D word, and rebirth, right? Taboo. Some of you are still in households that think tarot cards are the devil and it's demonic, and you can't do what your soul is being called to do. But your bloodline has done it for many, many generations until somebody told them that it was wrong. Who told you that? Go do the work, right? Cancer got that message. Or use Mars and Cancer to do the work to find out what all of this means for you. Not what the general consensus is, right? Not what ChatGPT and Gemini says it is, but what it means for you. The spicy heat is not it. Showering multiple times a day. I feel you. I feel you. The alarm has officially been sounded, Senia. I've had to take deep breaths since I woke up. Same, same. I had a dream of my grandma and me and my aunts were traveling. Another confirmation. Moving on up. Definitely moving in the right direction. Gonna feel like you are a shoe in the dryer. That is the best way to describe it. And it's like, you're the somebody. Please, please. There is, we're going to have fun. We're going to ride off into the sunset, aka the rest of 2026, and have fun. When I say we, those of us who are showing up, doing the work to the best of our ability, not to say that you didn't do something fucked up in your lifetime. Spirit don't care about that. Not to say what you did prior to acknowledging this moment that you are a sacred being, that you are a divine being. The hope is that once you realize your divinity, you stop doing the shady shit, right? You start walking in the righteous path, whatever that means for you. Not what I say, what the soul tribe say, what the collective says. Everything is on your terms because each and every one of us has our own personal, unique, just like your DNA, just like your fingerprint, connection to source, to the most high, to the universe. I can point you in the right direction. I can help you process your thoughts, but I don't have the authority. No one, regardless of their title or degrees, have the authority to tell you when it comes to the spiritual thing what you should and shouldn't be doing. Some things are obvious, but the relationship you have with Source, the Most High, that's between you and the big guy upstairs. Sage, cleanse with the ammonia, right? Wipe down walls, wipe down your floor. Sage, leave all the windows open, say your prayers while you are saging, and then take a clean glass of water. Speak your intentions into that water, your intentions of protection. You might want to add Psalm 91 to it or another protection psalm, and then speak over the tablet of camphor. Put it in there, and either, depending on where your mind tells you, put it to the window, near the window that's facing east, or put it on the inside of your door where it won't be disturbed. Any other questions, thoughts, feelings you want to share before we wrap up. And if you're watching this on the replay, don't hesitate to put stuff in the comments because I do make my way back to the comments. And I haven't forgot about our post, right, where we're showing up every day. I just figured we're just so busy living the life. We haven't had the chance to post, but we will. We most certainly will. Keep creating. Keep creating. That being said, I pray that you all have an amazing day that's filled with peace, protection, blessings, miracles, and everything that makes your heart smile. It is Taco Tuesday. Get something yummy to eat. Have a moment to pat yourself on the back and give yourself congratulations. Big up yourself for how far you've come, all the things you've been able to manifest. Stay blessed.